Project management is a structured approach to planning and executing projects, and two critical components of this discipline are the project charter and project scope management. These elements serve as foundational tools that guide project teams throughout the life cycle of a project. A project charter is a formal document that authorizes the existence of a project. It outlines the project's purpose, objectives, scope, key stakeholders, and high-level requirements. This document serves as a roadmap for the project, providing clarity on what needs to be accomplished and who is responsible for various tasks. By establishing a shared understanding among stakeholders, the project charter helps prevent misunderstandings and misalignments during the project's execution. The essential components of a project charter typically include project objectives, clear specific goals that the project aims to achieve, often framed using the SMART criteria, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound to ensure clarity and focus. Scope statement, a detailed description of what is included in the project, in scope, and what is excluded, out of scope, helping to set boundaries for project activities. Stakeholders. Identification of key stakeholders involved in the project, including their roles and responsibilities. This section ensures that everyone understands their contributions to the project's success. Timeline and budget. An overview of the project's expected timeline and budgetary constraints, which are crucial for planning and resource allocation. Risks and constraints. An assessment of potential risks that could impact the project's success, and any constraints that may limit its execution. The project charter is typically signed off by the project sponsor, signifying organizational commitment to the project and granting authority to the project manager to mobilize resources. Project scope management involves defining and controlling what is included in a project. It encompasses all work required to complete the project successfully, while ensuring that any changes to scope are managed effectively. This process is vital for preventing scope creep, when additional tasks or features are added without proper control, which can lead to budget overruns and missed deadlines. The processes involved in project scope management can be categorized into three main phases. 1. Planning. This phase involves defining the scope of the project by identifying objectives, deliverables, tasks, resources, budget, and schedule. A comprehensive scope management plan is created during this stage. 1. Controlling. This ongoing process focuses on monitoring progress against the scope defined in the planning phase. It includes tracking changes, managing requests for scope adjustments, and ensuring that any alterations align with stakeholder expectations. 1. Closing. The final phase involves auditing deliverables against the original scope statement to ensure all objectives have been met before formally closing out the project. To effectively define a project's scope, it is essential to identify key parameters, such as project objectives, goals, subphases, tasks, resources, budget, schedule. Clarifying these parameters not only helps in setting expectations but also aids in communicating what will not be included in the final product or service. Both the project charter and project scope management are integral to successful project execution. The charter provides a high-level overview that aligns stakeholders from the outset, while effective scope management ensures that projects remain focused on their defined objectives without unnecessary expansion or deviation. Together, these tools enhance communication, streamline processes, and contribute significantly to achieving desired outcomes in project management.